thesis is the future of large language models, and AI is truly open. To that extent, we've actually launched our open modeling platform just a few months ago, where you can do anything you want to do end-to-end with machine learning, fully open source Apache 2.0. As part of that announcement, we also announced our partnership with 13 research institutions and professors doing research with us to forward artificial intelligence. Also, we have a fantastic and vibrant community of over 1,000 researchers and volunteers in Discord we're working with, and it's honestly been fantastic to see the reception we've had so far. But that said, let's hop straight into our demo, and I'll give you a quick start of OUMI. So what I'm going to show you today is a quick start of OUMI, just end-to-end, what we can do, and everything that is possible within OUMI. So as I mentioned, OUMI is an end-to-end machine learning platform where you can do everything from data curation, model tuning, evaluation, deployment, and even inference. And best of all, everything in OUMI is enterprise and research grade. What I mean by that is that everything is completely reproducible. When you run training evaluation, we'll give you a configuration. Now, we're going to hop into training, and you can see that a few models of various sizes of what we can do with OUMI. We have small models like small M, 135 million parameters, or models of the frontier size like Llama 405B or the DeepSeek. For the sake of keeping this under 3 minutes, we're just going to train a small model. So we're going to pick small M 135M. After you pick the model, of course, you want to use a data set. I just have a few on screen, but we support any data set in Hugging Face, as well as any data that you have that you want to bring. So for this demo, we'll choose Alpaca and we'll get training. Now we're going to train for just 25 steps just to show you how things work in OUMI. We pick our training steps and we're good to go. On screen, you'll see the configuration that we're going to save that you can then distribute to anyone who wants to run the training. We've started training and we're going to actually get started here. You can see things are going to be fast because, of course, we're training a small model, but we're training OUMI, so things will be fast. After we're done training, we're going to save the model locally and save your configuration file so you can reproduce this anywhere that you want on any deployment you'd like. Now, of course, the next piece after training is evaluating your model. I'm sure all you guys know, but in OUMI, you can use any benchmark you want for the latest and greatest benchmarks, write your own, and evaluate your own models or closed models easily with one line of code. So in this case, I'm going to choose the MMLU benchmark, and we'll get evaluated. You can see the evaluation config on screen. That's going to be saved afterwards, so you can actually reproduce this evaluation. But we've actually already run inference now, and we're constructing our benchmark as we go. Now you'll see the result here. It's 20% for MMLU. That's pretty bad, but this is what we expect for a model of this size. Now the final piece I'm going to talk about is actually scaling from 0 to hero. OUMI, in this example, is being run just on a laptop. But you can actually run OUMI at enterprise or frontier scale. You can use any cloud provider you want, and we've also trained OUMI and run models up at the enterprise grade of frontier on up to over thousands of GPUs. In this case, we're going to pick GCP, as our platform of choice, and then you can choose a cluster to run on. You can use any topology you want. Here we're going to pick one node with 4 A100s, and then spin things up. OUMI is going to talk behind the scenes to your cloud provider, GCP, spin up the appropriate nodes. So here we've actually already spun up the cluster, and now we're copying a couple of bits to make sure your job can run exactly as you want. Once that's done, it's going to get scheduled by our resource scheduler, making sure our job can run, and you'll see that we're off the races. So in this case, since we're running this model at scale across 4 GPUs, this is going to complete incredibly quickly, so we should be done just in a matter of seconds. All right, so it looks like we're done. That's it for the demo that I have today for OUMI, but I want to reiterate that we at OUMI believe, again, that the future of large language models and AI is open. So please stop by our booth, we'd love to chat. Thanks, folks.